Everybody, today is what? Today is Wednesday, and doing my day load right now to the post office. I just picked up from the Amazon right now. I have 11 pallets, and this post office has been good to me because they don't cancel for this post office for nothing. I guess it's just too many people ordering stuff, because yesterday I actually had a day load to the same post office, and I had the same amount of pallets, so 11. So I guess lately on the board, people have not been picking up the day loads in advance, so due to the cancellation and stuff. But with this post office, they've been faithful. Every load this week they've given it to me. However, the overnight loads, they canceled both yesterday and today. Same location. I kind of knew, because if they don't have a lot of stuff going to that one location, they're gonna give it to somebody else or add it to somebody else's route, and then cancel that one. So it just it's like a hit and miss with the post office during the day, but for sure on the weekends, the post office during the day, they faithful. Once you get them, you get them. They don't cancel those a lot, but the Amazon to Amazon, once they post those, they stay faithful with them. They don't cancel them a lot. I had 1 week that they actually did cancel all 5 of them, I believe, and that was the first time they did that, and I haven't seen that happen again. So I actually I use those as my my insurance for the week. Like, once I have those, I can like calculate how much I can make from them and be for sure that I'm actually gonna make that money. But with the post office ones, I can't really calculate it before I do them, because they tend to get canceled a lot. So the Amazon to Amazon loads, those are like my insurance for the week. So I know for a fact if I pick 6 of them, for the week, I'm good, because that's about $1,400-1,500 on just those 6 loads. That's just me. That's what I do. So even if they cancel the rest of the stuff, I really don't care, because at the end of the week, I know how much I have to make to take care of me and take care of the business. So, but this week, the post office, I had 2 already. I did 2 Amazon runs on Sunday. So let's just say for this check for this week, I did 2 already. I have another 5, which makes it 7 of Amazon to Amazon guaranteed money. Then I already do 2. I already did 2 post office runs, and then I think I have another 2 post office runs, same location as tomorrow and Friday. So yeah, this week is not bad at all. Even last week, same thing, not bad, because I was home most of the days. But once I get on the road like I do on Sundays, like Sunday I had 3 loads last weekend, and that could cover some of the days that I'll be missing. So it's really not a bad gig. It's not a bad deal. And I have a few people that that are doing Amazon in around this area that I'm talking to, and it seems like we have some of our loads are similar for the Amazon for this coming weekend. But I'm gonna post a video on how I decided to pick those 4 loads, because the other one I actually have to go to Delaware to pick it up. But I'll explain why I did that. It wouldn't have made sense. It still would have made sense to go pick it up from Delaware just to bring it back here, because I'll explain why I did that. I'll even show you the numbers on those. It just makes sense, just to do it that way. And truth be told, like with the Amazon to Amazon thing, I'm not, if I really have to do like a like a webinar or something like that, where whoever is doing it and is having a hard time trying to calculate the miles that they have to drive and all that, I can do that, but you might have to, like, it just depends on how many people who are actually trying to sign up for that. That I can do and show you how to pick your loads, and if it makes sense for you to pick those loads. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that's going to break your business is if you're not calculating the miles you're driving, then you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer at the end of the day. Because guess what? All that money you're making, you might be able to pay all your bills and stuff, but one thing people don't realize is with all this money that we make and we post, or weekly or whatever, this I made, 10,000 1 month. If you didn't do your miles right and you were driving all crazy, picking up every load, that you are actually just paying for your expenses on doing those loads and not yourself. One thing people forget is, not even going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that later on. But you got to pay tax on this money too, right? Every business has to pay some kind of tax, and it's just not tax on the money. You're going to have to pay self-employment tax, just the regular tax on owning a business. Like, if you're not taking 20, 25, 30% off the back of that money, let's just say I make $10,000 in a month. At least $2,500 to $3,000 is going to go to taxes. So that brings me down to like $7,000, right? For the month, I spend about $1,000 and change in diesel. I'm down to $6,000. I gotta pay my truck note. That's another $1,000. I gotta pay my insurance. That's another $1,000. We're down to $4,000 for the month, right? So I get it. People like to see the numbers. One dude said, "Oh, your channel is not growing because you don't talk about numbers." I really don't have to talk about the numbers every day because all my loads are kind of like the same. They never really change. It's just about how many loads I do a week. But still, at the end of the day, like, my numbers will not change your life, because there's a lot of things that are affected into those numbers, right? If you're trying to figure out how much I make, but at the end of the month, at the end of the year, those are not the numbers that I'm making. I'm not taking home, right? I gotta pay my accountant who does the books, right? I gotta pay, her for, filing the taxes and all that. That's money taking out the business, right? So, at the end of the day, how much are we really making? Because truth be told, if you're doing it right and you're paying your taxes and all that stuff, it's not a lot of money that you make. It's a lot of money compared to a 9 to 5, yes, but when you get taxed as a sole proprietor, whatever it is, you're gonna get taxed a lot. It's not like you're getting a paycheck from a job. They will tax that money, right? Something called self-employment tax again. You're gonna have to pay that, right? You have to. I paid $300 for my insurance every month. Nobody talks about that, right? The younger you are, if God forbid, if you're in your 20s, they're gonna tax the hell out of you. You don't have dependents, you don't have nothing, so you're gonna be taxed even more, right? So stop, don't get caught up into the numbers game, because every person's numbers is totally different. When they file taxes and stuff like that, it's gonna be totally different, right? You could be making $20,000, you could be making $30,000 a month. Yo, take 20-30% off the back of that money and put it aside for taxes, because they're gonna come for you. And that's just the truth. Like, it is what it is. Like, you think me showing you numbers every week is gonna change your life? No, it's not changing your life, because the numbers I'm showing you is how much I made, but it's not subtracting how much I spent in expenses for that week, right? So people get caught up. People get caught up with this stuff. And it just tells me, whoever is like so hungry to look at the numbers, you like to just look at numbers. That's what it is. Like, you try to comfort yourself with numbers, but the numbers is all a lie. Like, yeah, I can post how much I make, but it's not the true number that I'm taking home, right? So I mean, it's just something to to think of. Like, truth be told, every time I look at how much I've actually made, running for Amazon, and how much it actually is in my bank account, there's like this much difference. So don't get caught up with the numbers. Like, that's the truth. Like, if you're gonna get into the business, just get into the business. But you need to know that you're gonna have to work for that money. Like, whether you're doing Amazon only and it works for you, cool. If you're doing over the road and it works for you, cool, right? The more you drive, the more your expenses. So it's a lot of things to think of, right? If you're on the road, you gotta book a hotel. You might have to wait for a load. You gotta eat, right? Like, you're spending more in diesel. You gotta pay tolls. Like, it's a lot. So just don't get caught up in the numbers, right? Because I could post numbers every day, but that ain't gonna change your life. That ain't gonna change your business plan at all. Like, we live in different states. At the end of the day, different towns, different ways of running our businesses. Like, I don't work so crazy. So if you base my numbers off your business, whereas my truck is parked for like 3 days in a week, like, we're not gonna be on the same page. Right? We're not gonna be on the same page, tell you the truth. I don't mind posting the numbers. Like, the numbers I don't care. At the end of the day, it's a lot of things that come out of those numbers. But anyways, right now we're on the highway. I got like another hour to drop this load off. I'll try to see if I can show you what's in the back once I get there. And tomorrow we'll do it all over again. So I'll get back to you as soon as I drop it off, or at the post office. My bad, y'all. I took some already. I took 3 already. Three out already. That's the ramp right here. This is how I look. Not all of them like this. But as you can see, got a full house right now. There you have it.